We are on a journey. We are on a journey for 3 days. We go from here to Batley or Dewsbury or Blackburn or Bolton or London. For 3 days we go for a holiday. Sister's house, Nani's house, grandma's house, granddad's house, we go 3 days. Once we are there, once we reach our destination, there is no difficulty. No inconvenience, nothing. We are relaxed. It's just like being in Leicester again. And we go to the masjid. We go to the masjid and we realize that 10 more minutes to go before the further salat. But we go to the masjid and sit down. Why? Because I'm musafir. Sunnah is not necessary for me. Why? Why this attitude? I'm musafir. And after the 4 rakats farz, just sit there or leave straight away because I'm musafir. Is there any harm if a musafir was to perform 4 rakat sunnah? 2 rakat sunnah, 2 rakat nafl? And one of us begins to perform 4 rakat sunnah, and as soon as he will make the salam, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, somebody from the group will say, we musafir, sunnah is not necessary. It should have been the other way around, that mashallah. MashaAllah. It's not necessary, but it is more virtuous to perform sunnah when on a journey. If it can be performed with convenience. It's not afdal if it is performed with inconvenience. It's raining heavily, no place to perform salat, and you are at the cafe, and you're already getting late for the airport, and you want to perform your sunnah. No, that is not the correct method. But with convenience, you are comfortable and you want to perform salat. It's good, alhamdulillah. It's good, more virtuous. Worry about amal. Worry about amal. Worry about ilm also. But more about amal. Because we already know so much that we are not practicing. Not to say that don't acquire anything new. No, try to continue until you breathe your last. Acquire ilm as much as possible, but amal, make amal objective. Make amal objective. For example, an alim who graduates after 6 years, he should review his life. He should go through a process of self-assessment at the end of every year, at the end of every month, at the end of every week, and especially when he graduates, at the end of his graduation, how much ilm have I acquired and how much of that am I practicing? Why have I acquired ilm? Just for the sake of it? Have I acquired ilm just for the sake of it that I am an alim now, I am a maulana now? Is that why I have acquired ilm? Number 1. Number 2, no, I haven't acquired ilm for that. So then for what? I have acquired ilm so I can pass it on to others. Oh, that's why I have acquired ilm? Only for that. That I have become a maulana now and I will pass on ilm to other people. But myself, what about practicing? Why do we acquire ilm? We acquire ilm to please Allah. We acquire ilm to please Allah. Because it is only after ilm we will know what pleases Allah and what displeases Allah. So we acquire ilm to please Allah. And Allah will become pleased if we live our lives according to the ilm that we have acquired. So the first and foremost responsibility of a student or of an alim is that he acquires ilm and practices so Allah can become happy, and then he conveys that ilm to the ummah so Allah can become even more happier. Because he is facilitating other people, making Allah happy also by practicing ilm, by teaching them. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahimahullah ta'ala, the great Imam, Muhaddith, Faqih, a student came to acquire ilm from him. So Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahimahullah ta'ala arranged for his accommodation and food. And before retiring to bed, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi left a utensil with water, because the culture in those days was everybody used to wake up for tahajjud. And a musalla also in his room, he left it in his room. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi, in the morning, after performing his tahajjud, all his amal, whilst going to the masjid, he went into the room where the student was sleeping to take him for Fajr Salat with him to the masjid. And student means not a teenager, 20, 22, 23, 24-year-old. Allahu Akbar Kabira. They used to remain students for a very long time. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullahi, when he went into the room, the student was sleeping. He was asleep. He did not wake up for the Tahajjud Salat. And Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi, to ascertain whether he had performed his Tahajjud Salat or not, he looked at the utensil and the water was still as it was. And he looked at the musalla and the musalla was folded as it was folded at night. So it is the responsibility of the teacher to nurture his students. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi became very, very sorrowful. And he said, in that sadness, Subhanallah. He found it extraordinary that a student of deen does not wake up and perform tahajjud salah. It was a shock for him. Now in our days, how many students wake up for tahajjud salah? Tahajjud is not farz. It is not wajib. It is nafl, optional. So Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal says, Subhanallah, Ajeeb, Subhanallah. Rajulun yatlubul ilm. When does a person say Subhanallah? When he is shocked or when he sees something very, very surprising. Say Subhanallah. Rajulun yatlubul ilm. A person is in search of ilm. A person is in quest for knowledge. Walam yakun lahu wirdum bil-layl. And he has no practices during the night. Ajeeb. Ajeeb. How can he be a student who does not wake up for the Tahajjud Salah? Who does not make dua during the night? Who does not make zikr during the night? Everybody is after knowledge. Everybody is after ilm. Please, my friends, please, amal. Concentrate on amal. Not only on ilm. Ilm. As I was mentioning, 6 years, after 6 years you graduate. And what do the graduates do? Alhamdulillah, very good. After you graduate from a Darul, you go for specialization in hadith, you go for specialization in fiqh, you go for specialization in tafsir. Good, alhamdulillah. We need ulama who are specialized in various fields, alhamdulillah. I'm not discouraging anybody. The point I'm trying to emphasize is that after graduation, all the students are thinking about more ilm. How many are thinking about amal? How many are thinking about amal? That alhamdulillah, I have graduated as an alim. Now I may go in tafsir, or I may go in hadith, or I may go in fiqh, or I may go in Arabi adab, I will go. But what about the ilm that I have already acquired? How much of it am I practicing? No, nobody will think that. So the CV is, alhamdulillah, I am an alim. I graduate from the Islamic Dawah Academy. Then I went to Darul Karachi. I have graduated as a mufti from there. Then I went to this place. I have graduated as a specialized person in hadith. Then I went to this. And then once we graduate, now I'm teaching Hidayah, mashallah. I've been teaching Hidayah in this institute for 10 years now. Now I'm teaching Bukhari Sharif, alhamdulillah. So it's only ilm. Yes, ilm is necessary. Without ilm, nothing can happen. But where is amal? Where is amal? So concentrate on amal, my friends. Concentrate on amal.